While lying around and eating snacks, Takemaki hears on the news that conflict in Tokyo Manji gang led to civilian casualties, including Naoto Tachibana and Hinata Tachibana. That surprises Takemaki, as that was his only girlfriend in middle school. A neighbor knocks on his door, complaining that his TV is too loud, and Takemaki apologizes. At work, his manager also complains that she told him numerous times he needs to put the returned DVD back to shelves, and Takemaki again apologizes. Walking home, he sees some kids that decide to mess with him and scratch a car and then run, leaving Takemaki to take the blame. Standing on the train station, Takemaki complains how bad his life turned, having to apologize for everything and still being a virgin. As the train comes, someone pushes him on the tracks, and moments before he gets hit, he remembers Hinata. Takemaki recalls his time in the second year of middle school, where he had the best life and even a girlfriend. He awakens in the train and sees his old school friends Makoto, Yamagishi, Akin and Takuya calling him to leave the train. He sees himself in a mirror and realizes he has his lame look during the middle school. Checking his phone, he sees it's July 4, 2005, which is exactly 12 years ago. He goes to a restaurant with his friends where they eat burgers, but Takemaki only orders fries as he needs money for the train. They comment they are happy that Takemaki's cousin, Masaru, is the leader of Shibuya 3rd Middle School, and if some third years try to mess with them, they will just drop his name. Takemaki wonders what they mean, and Makoto explains they are going to fight with the second years of Shibuya 3rd Middle School as they have issues with them. On their way, Takemaki starts to recall they indeed went and fought with the second years, but gets scared as he hasn't fought in 10 years. Takemaki beaten up. They reach Shibuya, but everyone they talk with is either a first or third year and start to wonders if the second years are just avoiding them. Takemaki starts to recall the actual events that occurred, and in that moment, some third years led by Masataka Kayamizu appear. Masataka comments he heard they are looking for their second years, but all the second years are on a school trip. Yamagishi states they talk with their boss Masaru, which causes one of the third years to laugh and call Masaru. He then orders him to go and buy them drinks from his own money. As Masaru goes, Takemaki recalls that Masaru was actually their errand boy and had lied that he was the leader as he was trying to show off in front of him. Takemaki and the rest then get beaten up and informed they will be now soldiers in the Tokyo Manji gang. Takemaki recalls that how their hellish days started and the reason he left the town after graduation. Takemaki crying after leaving Hinata's place. Takemaki recalls Hinata, and while they are walking home, he leaves his friends and goes to her place as he had even forgotten how she looks. Seeing him beaten, Hinata realizes he had fought again and tells him to stop fighting for stupid things. Seeing her, Takemaki starts to cry and attempts to leave, telling her that he only wanted to see her. Hinata realizes he is hiding something as he isn't his usual self. After a short talk, he leaves crying and sits on some swings. He hears some guys harassing a younger kid and gets angry. He goes and punches one, then takes and breaks a bottle, telling them he is in a shitty mood and if they don't leave, he will kill them, and the guys leave while apologizing. Takemaki tells Naoto's future. The kid thanks him and Takemaki gives him an advice to be more confident and not back down, which will scare off the half-assed punks. The boy says his name is Naoto Tachibana, making Takemaki realize he is Hinata's younger brother. Knowing that he will also die in 12 years, Takemaki asks him if he loves his sister. Naoto blushes, but states he doesn't as she bosses him around. Takemaki then tells him to take care of his sister and that he loves her. Takemaki reveals that on the same day in 2017, he fell into the train tracks and ended up 12 years in the past. He reveals that on July 1, 2017, Hinata and Naoto will die, so he must remember that date and protect his sister. Takemaki then shakes Naoto's hand. Naoto tells Takemaki that his sister still died. Takemaki wakes up in the infirmary at the station and sees it's July 4, 2017. He guesses this was just a dream, but then wonders how he survived the train incident without a scratch. The one who saved his life shows up and wishes to speak with Takemaki. The man reveals he is Naoto and Takemaki had changed his fate and that Takemaki had time traveled. With the information he told him in the past, Naoto was able to save him. Naoto reveals he studied really hard and became a police officer, however, he still wasn't able to protect Hinata, who still died. Naoto then asks Takemaki to help him save his sister.